Hello, hello. Welcome to this edition of Cats Out of the Bag. I am Kat Hart, and today I'm discussing our mindset and why it is so important to make sure that we grab hold of our thoughts and our subconscious reel that's going on over there. So, why do we do things that either we don't want to do, or maybe we're not proud of, or even something that could be destructive towards our life? And then later think, why did I do that? Or what is wrong with me? Like, I didn't want to do that and I did it anyway. Maybe to make somebody else happy. Maybe it was so you didn't get embarrassed in a situation. But when we have that positive self esteem on the inside, we're able to have healthy boundaries and we're able to say no when we really mean no. And we're able to stand up for ourselves in situations where otherwise it might feel or seem kind of difficult. So, have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and just gone, why did I do that? Or, man, I really thought I'd be further along by now. Like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I take those actions every single day that I know that I want to? Why am I not writing in my book? Or why am I not working on my artwork? Or writing on my play? Or whatever it is. Maybe you want to have better performance at work. Maybe you get into an argument with a coworker and you let your emotions get the best of you. All those things are about our own self control. And it starts with controlling your mindset. It starts with actually realizing that there are programs running in our brain all the time, constantly. And these programs are patterns that we've developed over time, whether it's from the past or whether it's from something that is a huge incident that happened and it all of a sudden shifted your mindset completely. It could have been a traumatic event. It could have been so many different things in our life. It could have been treatment from other people or consistent things that we have allowed in our life over and over and over and not said anything about and not stood up for ourselves. So it's so important that we start to learn how to take control of our mind so we can get what we want out of this life. So you can succeed at the levels that you truly want to succeed at. So you can feel proud of yourself. This is so important for us to be able to do this in order to stand up for ourselves because emotions seem to be running rampant nowadays. I mean, people get mad and scream at each other or have road rage for someone cutting them off on the freeway or grabbing the last thing on the shelf or, even like these Black Friday events where, people are rushing to get something on sale. Why not have so much faith and control over your life that you can buy whatever you want whenever you want, and you don't have to wait for that Black Friday special and go through the chaos of all these people rushing or getting up early or doing these things, actually having peace in your life and having control. It begins with you. It begins with you, first of all, realizing that something's going on in your life that you can't control your mind. Your mind is just going in these reels consistently over and over, whether it's from your teachers, whether it's from your family members, whether it's from media and TV. It's called programming for a reason. A lot of times, media wants you to go to sleep while it's playing in the background, and it's literally programming your mind because when you're consciously at rest, your subconscious is picking up everything. That's why it's so vitally important that you are taking control of what is going into your subconscious and what you're thinking about over and over and over. So for me, one of the most positive things that I've done is I took on a new workout routine. I wasn't happy with my productivity in terms of taking care of myself every single day, and I wasn't doing it consistently. And I also wasn't fully committed to myself in believing that I deserve to have the best health of my life. Also, I would talk myself out of it. There were days where I would just wake up and I would be like, "Ugh, I just don't want to go to the gym today." So I would literally talk myself out of my own dreams or my own commitment to myself. Or if I was upset about something, like say I had an argument with a coworker, or something happened where I had stress, or I was worried about a bill, or something going on in my life, I would let that take me out of the commitment to myself. I would literally let it knock me off of my own path and my own journey. And this is something that I created for myself. Like this was something that I wanted to do. This was like, a commitment that I made that I wanted to go follow through forward on. And I allowed my own thoughts, the words in my brain that I was telling myself. This doesn't come from anybody else. It came from me. And I allowed that to let me break my commitment to myself. So over a year ago, about 14 months ago, I recommitted myself to going back to the gym and doing something simple, at least a half hour of body movement a day. Because even 20 minutes starts your metabolism and keeps it going throughout the day. So it could be dancing, it could be exercise, it could be walking around your block at a fast pace. It could be just, doing like wall climbers, like moving your arms and your legs, standing in place. So depending on how much space that you have, the body movement is super important. So for me, I wanted to commit to myself again. And I wanted to prove that I was worthy of being committed to. But I had to keep my word to myself first. And so I started going back to the gym and I started swimming because I love to swim. And I feel that freedom in the pool plus the resistance of the water really makes a difference for me. And what I realized is even though I physically was doing the movement, my brain was still thinking about problems. I was still thinking about what was going wrong in my life. And this reel was playing over and over and over. And it just got tiring. It just got overwhelming, and I would feel sad while I was doing my workout. This is when you're supposed to feel great. Your body's releasing endorphins, and you're feeling good about yourself, and you're taking these actions, and you should be able to feel amazing about yourself. However, I would be frowning or sad to the point where maybe a tear would fall from my eye just because I was like, "What am I thinking?" And I realized that this is an opportunity for me to start training my mind. This is an opportunity for me to start thinking positively and using this time as like a double effort to improve my life. And so I started the practice of telling myself every day in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. Every day, every way, I'm bringing in more and more love. Every day in every way, I'm healing my body. I'm here at the gym. I'm proud of myself. I'm using this resistance in the pool. I'm strengthening my muscles. I'm trimming down. I'm bringing health into this body. And I started talking to myself. And you know what? It was a practice because my mind would start floating and I would start thinking about something or something else. And I just kept going, no, this is my time. This is my time. I'm going to think about this because you have control. And so it has finally gotten so much easier for me to think these thoughts of positivity in my life. It's gotten so much easier. And so now I'm in the gym and I am moving my body and I'm smiling because I'm thinking about my future and I'm thinking about the positive things that I have done. And I'm thinking about bringing health into this body. And most of all, I'm thinking about the commitment that I'm keeping to myself. And when you do that, it not only helps to create confidence, which comes from the outside, and it comes from little wins that we get to pull in all the time, but it also builds your self-esteem and your self-worth inside. Because building that self-love and really building that self-esteem is the most important thing that we can do for our lives in order to get everything that you want. Because even if you work really hard to get something that you want in your life, if you're not in alignment with it on the inside, you're going to find a way to sabotage it, whether it's consciously, subconsciously, whether you bring outside things in. There's going to be a time where it falls apart. So it's so important that you realize what you're doing with everything in your life. When you're excited and you bring something in and you attract something wonderful or you work hard for something, celebrate the wins. Tell yourself that I'm proud of myself. Look what I did. Look at the growth I've experienced. Look at the way I've committed to myself and I followed through. Those are positive things that you can tell yourself. They're not just affirmations, they're literally incantations. I learned that from Tony Robbins. incantations. I just love the sound of that. It's something so powerful. It has such a strong energy to it. Incantations. Something that you tell yourself over and over and over until you make it so. And what's going on in your brain physiologically is you're actually creating new neurons and new neural pathways by doing this. So a neuron is created the second you have a thought. Because when you have a thought and you bring that energy over from the ethers, from nothingness, and you bring it into reality and consciousness, it actually becomes a thing. It becomes a tangible thing. So you create a neuron. Now, if you don't solidify that neuron and keep building it, it's going to disappear. It's just going to go away because it needs neurotropic glue. It needs this little glue that comes from the rest of your brain in order to solidify. And then it'll attract other similar thoughts. You create other neurons, and thinking those thoughts over and over create these neural pathways that connect the neurons. So you're literally starting to expand your brain physiologically. You're literally having an evolution of your brain by thinking positive thoughts. The best part of that is when you do that and you shift from something negative into something positive, your brain will start taking the glue, the neurotropic glue from these old neurons and these old thoughts, and they'll start taking it and putting it into the new neurons. This is something that your body just knows to do instinctively, and it does to help you because your natural state is expansion. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to continually grow. We're supposed to continually learn things about ourselves and learn how to be stronger individuals and learn how to really bring these positive thoughts into our life. We're supposed to learn these things because that's where the magic is. We are miracles of science. The fact that we were even born was trillions of one chance that we were even born. So that in itself is a miracle. This galaxy is a miracle. Our planet is a miracle. The way that our brains work is literally like little teeny galaxies in our mind because it's constantly about expansion. So don't throw away opportunities by continuing to think about the past and what went wrong or what fell apart or what you did. It doesn't matter. It matters that you take the lesson out of the past and use that to do something better for your future. And the way that you can practice it is by continually holding your mindset back to the present moment and on your commitment to what you said you were going to do. So every time something negative comes up, you go, no, I let that go. I already released that energy. I liberated that energy and I'm bringing it forward so I can actually have this energy for this new project and for this new commitment to myself and for this newfound freedom that I have to think positively. Now, it doesn't mean things aren't going to go sideways, but what it does mean is that you're growing yourself into a stronger version of yourself so you can handle anything that comes your way. And that's what it's all about is handling this life with grace. Because then when someone cuts you off on the freeway or someone takes your parking spot or someone does something sideways, it's not you realize it's not about you. They're not doing it to you. They're just in kind of a self-preservation mode. Maybe it's good that someone took your parking spot. Maybe you got to pull, a little further away from the store entrance and, lose an extra couple calories by walking. And guess what? A little further out, you don't have to worry as much about door dings. You don't have to worry about shopping carts running into your car. There's so many positives with having a little bit further to go. And then you can actually feel proud of yourself because maybe the people that are closer need to be, people that can't walk as well. Or maybe someone has a disability, or maybe they're elderly and they need that extra support of a shorter walk. Because if you're fully able-bodied, we should be able to go the distance. We can prove to ourselves that we can do it, that we're powerful enough. And all it does is take practice. So I just wanted to tell you today to make a commitment to yourself and keep it by practicing these positive mindsets over and over and over. And give yourself grace. You're going to fall back into other things. And you're probably going to emotionally lose it sometimes. But again, remind yourself this isn't how I want to be. I want to be able to feel like I can control my emotions. And it doesn't mean you can't get sad or angry or fearful, or it doesn't mean any of those things. But what does matter is how long you choose to stay stuck in those emotions. Because the longer that you stay stuck in those emotions, the worse things are going to get. Because if you're thinking something negative, that is going to attract more negative thoughts, and it's going to create more negative neurons and create more neural pathways of these negative thoughts. So when we actually pull ourselves into the present moment and realize, you know what, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm writing my book, I'm painting my artwork, I am studying the way I'm supposed to, I'm doing the work, I'm posting the content, I'm creating my play, whatever it is, I'm exercising. Be proud of yourself. Look at me, I'm doing this. I grab my water, I grab my tea, I grab my coffee, and I'm sitting down and I'm doing the work. Be proud of yourself. Celebrate those little wins and then keep going. And when you fall down a little, just stand back up. You're going to get knocked down. Stand back up. Have the courage to believe in yourself and know that you're worth it, because you have to believe that you're worth it and have those healthy boundaries before anybody else is going to see that. We teach people how to treat us. We teach people by how we treat ourselves. And if you treat yourself with respect and love and commitment and compassion and understanding and forgiveness, that energy is going to come off of you, and it's going to teach other people that that's what we are worth and that's what we deserve. I believe in you. I know you can do this. This is my message for today. I'll see you guys again soon. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you're working on. I'd love to tailor these talks towards something that's going to help you unlock your life and give you some freedom and liberate some energy so you can truly have the belief in yourself and the things that you want in this life, because you're so worth it. All right, y'all. Fairy Godmother, I love you. Have an amazing day, and I believe in you. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.